All right, good morning. I am going to show you some expectations that I have for writing notes in your notebook. So hopefully by now everybody has gone and or you already have your notebook. Make sure your name is on the top here. Obviously, when we get to class, you're going to need to be able to hold on to that. This is going to be a little bit of what your notebook should look like. This is an old notebook from the past, so on this very first page, there's a table of contents. Mine is started to fill in. You will leave this blank for now since you do not have the table of contents. So basically what I want you to do is make sure this first page is blank. I don't want to tear this off, but this should be blank so that we can put a table of contents on there. Then you're going to open your notebook and you're going to have two more blank pages. Those blank pages are for more table of contents as we get further into our notes. The very first set of notes that we're doing is parts of speech, and that's the notes that we're going to take today, just because when we're in language arts, most of us know what parts of speech are, especially in middle school, but it's good to just have it there as a refresher. I'm going to move this up here so you can see. This is where I start numbering. So this very first page here is my parts of speech page. So you need to label that page number 1, even though there are several pages in front of it. Remember, this is the first page when you open it. That's the table of contents. 2 more blank pages for the table of contents. I do leave these pages blank. I don't write on these pages because this is where we usually put worksheets and handouts. So we are putting this very first page, and actually if you count them, it's the third page in, 1, 2, 3, but we're numbering it page 1. Okay, so one thing that I want you to notice, when I take notes, I do a modified Cornell notes. And so that's what this line down the side here is for, is that over on this side is where we put labels for our notes over here. So one of the very first things I tell students to do, especially because we'll be taking pictures of our notes, I want you to make sure you're putting your name up here so that when you take a picture and you turn it in for any reason, if all I see is the picture, since I don't see your face, it's like putting your name on it. All you have to do is put your last name right here. Make sure you put the title of what it is we're learning on that particular page. And then, like I said, draw a line. Also, what I want you to notice is that when I take notes with alternating colors. I usually do it in patterns. This particular page isn't exactly patterns, but I do, you can see I've got blue, purple, green, black, and then I've got green, blue. I use pink, orange, or red as like my highlight color. So I've got nouns here, and then underneath here I have proper nouns. So I have anything that's in red over here is a proper noun. So when you take notes, I want your page to be set up like this. I know you're not all used to taking notes like this, but when I am grading notes, it's easier and faster for me if I can just look and say, yep, your paper looks just like this. You have all the components. When you decide to take your notes different than this, it's harder for me to grade. So this is the way I will expect your notes to look. If you want 100% on your notes, this is how they need to look. If you do it any other way, you can change the colors. The colors do not have to be the same. The only expectation I have is the colors alternate. It does not have to be the same colors as me. Let's just say you only have blue and black pen. So you would write this in blue, this in black, this in blue, this in black, this in blue, this in black. That's okay if you do it that way, but it has to have at least 2 colors. If you don't have a highlight color, I would like you to put like a thin line through my highlight colors here, just so that that stands out. That's the reason I write it in red, so that it stands out. So those are my notes. That's the expectations I have in my notes. If you have any questions, go ahead and write them down in the Google presentation that this is in, and I will be happy to get back to you.